I could not have timed the music drowning out any more perfectly, because that synced up right when the ads ended, straight into the stream. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well. We've got some more 2K23 action tonight. Can only say that for a few more weeks, which I'm completely okay with, because that means that 2K25 will be here. We missed the cut this week. That is known at this point, which means we're going to be doing some more Impossible Challenge at Loopers only. And yesterday went way better than expected. I will probably wait to put that video out until Monday, just because we already have had some back-to-back video days with the dev diaries that have come out. So we'll probably put that Loopers only round out on Monday onto YouTube. And then, fingers crossed, maybe we get another dev diaries next week. I probably won't. We'll see. We'll see how busy my week is, because in order for me to get those done ASAP Rocky, I have to kind of stop work and record those and then work later to make up time. So we'll see how that goes. Obviously, I'll get you all the news and information and break everything down. But here's hoping. They said first this week, so I'm hoping we get a little bit more than that. But what's going on, everybody? Not welcome back. Guy, what's up? Get in there. 7-stream streak. Consistency. Yeah, what up, Johnny? Good day, good day. How are we doing? Foremost 2K25 expert. I'll take the title. I'm just reiterating all of the information that they're giving. Just trying to, put my take on it. Yeah, take the information that they give and take my knowledge of playing the past 2 games and kind of, roll from there. Yeah, we've talked about it. I think it's a tough scene to break into, and I know that the videos and stuff that I'm putting out are not going to, as it's hard to come to terms with it, I guess. The videos that I put out are not going to reach the same numbers that most of the other people put out. But you also can't really carve out a name for yourself in the space and build up the credibility and anything like that if you don't put it out there. So it's a balancing act. Have to get your expectations right ahead of time and accept whatever it is. What up, Matt? Recap wasn't even an hour long. I know. I think C-Mount had the longest one that I had seen. It was like an hour 20. Didn't really click when you said you mentioned watching the traders a few times before. Is that the one with Dan Giesler? Yeah, Dan was on last season. I think he was on season 2. They're on season 3 right now. That's actually how I learned of Dan Giesling. Like, I had seen his name on Twitch, never knew anything, and then he was on the show and they said it, and I was like, hold on, I know that. And then, like, Eric McRaptor, he's on, his label and stuff. I was like, oh, all right. But Boston Rob, for any Survivors fans out there, is on. Tony was on as well. Yeah, what up, Smoke? New game coming? No, when? Yeah, so February 28th is the full release. If you buy the Deluxe or Legend, it's accessible not 3 days early this year, but actually a whole week early. It'll be available Friday the 21st. What's going on, B. Lee? Make it in the whole first shot? Probably. But I think we're talking about different holes. Maybe we're talking about the same one. Definitely not golf. Open up his stream in the morning sometimes. It just clicked with the yeah. So he was on. I think it was season 2. I liked him. It's an interesting game just because there's all the like social elements and stuff. like the way certain people play it, how much some people overthink or don't think. Like, I don't know. I enjoy it. It's over the top, but it's fun because it's basically a whole lot of just trust me, bro, and like trying to suss out. So like you have, say it starts with 20 people and like 2 or 3 of them start as traitors. It's like if you've ever played like Mafia or Werewolf or anything like that. Yeah, so like the bad guys know who the other bad guys are, but all the innocent ones don't. And so, you know, it's traitors and faithful is the whole concept. And they do different games and they make it, yeah, that they vote someone out as a collective and then the traitors kill someone. Sometimes they make it a little bit, you know, they make it that the traitors might have to, you know, do it in broad daylight to try and, you know, make it a little bit easier for the faithful to like figure it out. Andrew Garfield was the werewolf? I'm sure there's a movie reference there, Map. I don't know Andrew Garfield's line of work outside of Spider-Man. I don't know if I know a single thing that he's in outside of that, to be honest. It's from when he was denying being in No Way Home. Oh, okay. So it was Marvel related, but presser stuff. All I can ever think of when it comes to like Marvel press is Tom Holland and the number of times that he leaked any information about Marvel films. Like, didn't he one time open like Marvel's like confidential, like it said it confidential on one side, he like said it out loud and then like on camera and then flipped it over. Oh man, he's so good at so good at ruining things for Marvel. And they still had all that success despite the fact, so I guess it just means the movies were that good back then. I will say right now, I don't know how many of you are in the Marvel Universe stuff. My wife and I definitely have enjoyed it over the years. Ever since the multiverse has come into play. Sanity checks. Thank you for the follow. Ah, herring! Get in there. But ever since the multiverse has been introduced, it feels like there are no consequences because you can just fix it from another dimension, or like another part of the multiverse, right? Like you just go on a different timeline and bring people back. Like the hard part is I don't know all of the comic stories, but maybe at the same time you could kind of view the comic stories in the same way as like a cheaper cash grabby type thing. Found the interview.
I don't know how to bring up the Spider-Man stuff.
Alright, I'll have to watch this after. You know, I'm something of a werewolf myself. Oh man. Bit of a werewolf. Now, the one thing I forgot to do was check and make sure that the YouTube streams are operating as one might expect, not intend. I mean, I intend for them to work. One thing that I want to do for the vertical stream when the new game comes out is make the overlay a little bit nicer. Because right now the overlay is just like a really zoomed out version of the game. I want to like zoom in on the character a little bit more and maybe get some nice UI touches to like what's the word I'm looking for? Mask. Do like a mask over things so that it's always present in like a smaller form, because I've seen some ones, say for like Mario Kart, just as an example, where you're like zoomed in on the car and then you mask for like your items and like the position and you put it in, like you can make a pretty nice overlay. Hey, what's going on, Bruno? You're from Brazil? I am not from Brazil. I'm from the US. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I think mask cropping on the UI, even though like you'll have, you know, the funky thing is like I'll hit a shot, right, and then elements will disappear over time, right? Like that one's there most of the time, so you'll end up having like masked weird spots. That's the only thing that like concerns me, but I feel like it has to be better than what we have right now, you know? I feel like it has to be better than what we have right now. Because like I don't think what we have is bad, but here, let me, for those of you that are mayhaps unfamiliar with the YouTube vertical side of things, I'll bring up the vertical stream and show you guys what it looks like. So this is, I guess nothing's gonna show up here because I don't have it to show the screen, but I like having it like this. I think in an ideal world, you zoom this in a little bit more and you make this bottom little overlay smaller and then do the UI cropping, and then you can maybe put it up here. I think the more you zoom it, like you could potentially even make me a little bit smaller too to maximize some stuff, but that's the current setup with it. That's the best I could kind of come up with to get it rolling. You know, I think it functions for what we need it to at the moment, but I just feel like it can be improved. But I didn't want to go and start doing image mask things for this game with it disappearing in not too much time. So always trying to think how to improve things, and I think that'll be really good because I'm getting my hopes up a little bit, but I'm kind of making the guesstimation that vertical streams, once the new game is out, will get pushed pretty hard, and I think I want to be in that position. Because right now, as far as I'm aware, I'm the only one doing it. I know that's not going to last for forever. I'm sure other people will hop on board and start. I want to call it copying me, but just start doing it as well. But I think it's nice to have multiple options, right? Because a lot of people view from mobile, and so to have it in such a way where you're getting traffic, you know, just while people are scrolling through. Alright, I think today, because we're going to be doing Impossible Challenge all stream, I think we'll play like one warm-up round like we normally would, and then we'll start doing Impossible Challenge attempts. So let's see what Elite has in store. Play round whatever of Elite. I think it might be round 1. I don't know where we played so far this week. Round 2. We'll play round 2, and then we'll hop into the Impossible Challenge. Ooh, good. Very firm, very fast. Less wins, but, you know, familiarizing us with speeds. The one thing I wish this bot would do is tell, like, I guess it wouldn't really have a way to differentiate but because we have 2 YouTube streams, the bot doesn't tell me which YouTube stream the viewing is from. Also, the viewing sounds like somebody died. Where the viewership is from. I don't need it to sound like death, that's not great. Because I would actually say that like a majority of the views on average, I think yesterday was a bit of an anomaly. Yesterday we had more views from horizontal, but we get more views on vertical, and oftentimes more chatting. But I wish I had an idea, because like I know the difference between Twitch and YouTube, but to differentiate between 2 YouTube streams, don't have the information. Couldn't see, my head was in the way. Just replies. I don't know, some of this feels like an actual, which I mean, I guess good work on the designer, feels like an actual like tour course with some of the aesthetic. It almost looks like a cross between like, at least this right now, what I'm looking at. I don't know what holes are coming to mind, but it feels like some sort of combination of like Torrey Pines South and like the Detroit Country Club. Like somewhere in that ballpark. It's 96 to there, very firm fairways. Like I don't know if you... So you can go the like Safeway and shopping bag and go here. A little fast though. Take it. So, yeah, that's something I want to do with the vertical stream. I need to figure out, I was talking with my wife a little bit before stream about it. I'll probably have to continue to use her as a consultant of sorts on like thumbnail and like what I should do about that. Cause like I have the ideas in my mind of like when you record a video, it's kind of easy to come up with a thumbnail because it's like, this is the one thing that this video is for, right? Whether it be around or instructional stuff or what have you. But where I'm struggling is like with live streams. What do you do for a thumbnail? Right? Because you want to do something, but like live streams are mostly watched live, but some people do stumble across a live stream off, so you want to have a thumbnail that makes sense. I pushed it too far to the right. That's one thing that I've kind of been battling with. Matt ever mentioned the inspiration for the words. I didn't look and see who designed it, which Matt. But like that early hole kind of gave me that vibe. It's kind of hard to tell when it's dark like this, but just the way that some of the concourse-y type stuff, you know, all the grandstands around are set up in some of the water. That's kind of what it mentioned. In the stadium contest, so TPC Toronto was kind of the template. Okay. I mean, it makes sense with the like mild forestry type of thing going on, right? I don't know what went on Monday, but Our tempo has been largely better since. Our tempo has been largely better since. I'm just thinking about like how we did in the Impossible Challenge yesterday. You don't do that with bad tempo. And actually, we had bad tempo for a couple of shots, and it cost us the challenge in the end, but I think it's kind of a funny thing of like, set out to do what was supposed to be this very hard challenge, and then we get so close so fast, but I don't want to discount it, because as soon as I do that, we're going to be stuck on this challenge for weeks. But I just remember the first time that I played loopers only on impossible challenge settings. Like, I wish I had this stat line, because we shot something like 30, 40 over par, something dumb. Like, it was very, very high. I've seen other people play it, you know, with tough condition, or with just regular conditions and not even impossible challenge, and shoot over par. So you know it's very difficult. So what we did yesterday, I hope it's not an anomaly, but you know, also don't want to, yeah, you don't want to like claim if it's overhyped in difficulty or anything either. Yeah, what up, Kurt? 186s that didn't roll out even with the D-loft? Dang. How we doing, dude? Playing an alti? Nice. Not gonna lie, I don't think I've played an alt shot in at least a year. I think it's been, if I had to guess, it's been that long. Ah, man, we leaked it. Big old slow. Big old slow. But my day's been good. My day's been good. You know, got through the workday, so that's always a positive. Got some YouTube interaction on the new video, which is always feels good, man. You know, things are just rocking and rolling. Sometimes you just hit good shots. I love it. You love it. Join at any time. Everyone's welcome. Well, the thing is, I don't play the game outside of stream. So, like, big part of it is I don't really play alt shots because just scheduling, like, timing wise. Yeah. So, like, for me, if I'm gonna play alt shots, it's like a component of the stream. Which that requires prior timing, and a lot of the alt stuff seems like it's just kind of ad hoc, like, hey, let's play some alt shots, who's in? More just an observation. I don't think I've played alt shots since like a tournament from a while back. I don't even know when that would have been. Like a Ryder Cup. Yeah, probably the Ryder Cup. Which I think was Chewy's Ryder Cup. That's gonna be fine. Yeah, I'm sure with the new game there will be a lot more of that stuff. And hopefully hopefully I'll be a big enough content creator at some point to get invited to more things, you know? Collabs and whatnot. Not gonna lie, I have some video ideas that I've written down in the past for collabs, and I just don't want to ask people, because, you know, when you're the smaller guy, it's always weird to ask someone bigger to do a collab, because you're basically seeking their audience. But anyway, that's just more of a mental block for me than anything else. How about that shot? It is crazy how much different your golf rounds go when you're just hitting tempos. Like, it's a different world. It's absolutely a different world. We're in between clubs. I knew it. I knew it was in between clubs. You hit a 206 to 210 and it gets out to 220. But if I add 12 yards to it, or 5 yards past, which I guess I could have played the 4-iron. It wasn't gonna roll as far. Like, I guess with the 4-iron, you could have lofted it just a touch and been okay. Oh, well, hard to know. Little leaky on that one. Yeah, this course definitely feels a lot more like a tour course. I know that they use the denotion tour worthy, but like, this feels a lot more like something on tour, in my opinion. What's going on, Riveting Facts? Looking forward to 2K25? Absolutely. Absolutely. It looks like they're making some big strides. In fact, it actually even looks like the swing is going to be a little more difficult, which I'm not opposed to. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna look nice. I'm hoping for big things from it. And I'm hoping it gets, you know, the marketing and stuff seems better. I'm hoping it gets a lot of people in. Well, it's not as slow as I thought. I thought I hit that worse. Looking forward to this week. I am too. Yeah, the way that they broke the tempo out into rhythm and contact. And so basically you essentially are breaking the swing path into two pieces, one of which was currently, is currently dictated by your tempo. And on top of that, they're being transparent with what the tempo is. Because right now it's just like, you learn the tempo, but the fact that they've like written out that it's, now, some of this might be just how it works behind the scenes anyway, but the fact that they're writing it out and are like 3 times faster than your backswing. Right now, I don't think your backswing matters. I think you can do whatever timing on your backswing. It's all about the downswing. Now the backswing matters because there's a relative input to it. So I'm definitely excited to mess with all of that. It's also going to be interesting because the one thing that they gave some info and numbers on but doesn't quite make sense to me is the swing bias and the swing bias, like swing context bias. There's some difficulty settings around it. They gave some numbers, but I don't really know what it means. And I think that has something to do with like a default left to right kind of swing. And I guess lies and shot shaping are gonna mess with it as well. So like there's gonna be a lot, even though they've given information, there's gonna still be a lot to learn when the game launches, which I think is a positive thing. I don't want to have the game figured out when it comes out. Have some good ideas. And have some inklings of where to start, but still leaves you, wanting to get to the game. Can't just rush shots. Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, people can still play fast because if you get into a rhythm, it is a very rhythmic thing. I already take a long time as is. I'm sure people will still continue to play at a pretty fast clip. But I think more variables, that wasn't my greatest shot. More variables is a good thing in terms of balance, I guess. Like, it makes it that little bit harder to hit the perfect swing, right? You add just one more variable, there's just a little bit more going on. And now there's going to be a tempo on the putter as well. So like, you could hit the perfect, you could cheat your swing plane. I'm not saying people do, but like, you could hit a perfect swing plane and perfect transition, but if your tempo is just a little bit out of whack, you're going to get a little bit extra distance or a little bit less distance. So there's some variance. It's going to put more strain on the putter, but it's also going to make proximity a little bit harder. It's going to bring some scores down, at least all in theory, right? They have not talked anything new about the course designer yet, but they did say in the tweet that it was the first dev diary, and we have 3 weeks left. So I'm hoping that we get at least one more, and maybe one will touch on the course designer. Now that's one that I don't really have knowledge of, so like that's going to be a hard one for me to do a video on if they do it. Want to probably leave that a little bit more to the experts. Don't get me wrong, I'll still do something on it, but it won't be super knowledge filled. I didn't shape it enough, and I didn't hit a good tempo either. But yeah, I would imagine, I mean, obviously at a minimum, there are going to be asset updates, right? That much is apparent just with the screenshots that they gave. But hopefully there's also just a little bit more in terms of like bunkers, right? I think, I'm not gonna say everybody, but I think there was kind of some thoughts that like pop bunkers would be a thing in this game because of what the Renaissance Club had. But those seem to have been custom built for that course, so hopefully they give some new things. They have the open course, and open course inherently means some like pop bunkers, right? So hopefully they flushed out some sort of tool to actually make them, amongst other things. Because I think if you give the designers the combination for at least like the lens that I look at it through with TGC Tours, just playing competitive golf and playing a lot of the custom courses, if you make the swing harder, right? Also the fact that vibration is a difficulty setting now and not just an accessibility thing, I think is huge. I can see TrueSim getting rid of that. I don't know if the Pro Tours will, maybe, or if the Tours will, maybe they'll just remove it on Pro Tours and not the rest. That I'm not really certain of. But when you make the swing a little bit harder and you give the designers a little, my thumb slipped, a little bit more as far as options for your course design to make it more realistic, I think ultimately you will end up with better courses that don't need to go as much down the Mickey Mouse design to be difficult. And I think scores naturally get lowered as a byproduct of the two, right? You don't have to, you can make hard courses that are more realistic, and you can even give out some slightly easier courses that still are tougher on higher difficulties. Get in there. Didn't pop up on my Twitch. That must be a YouTube subscription. Things you love to hear. Drew Wizzle, thank you for the sub. I don't know if you're in the stream or if you're from a video, but shout outs to you. Love it. Speaking of which, we're trying to get to 1,000 subs. We're getting close to 850 now. You too can sub to the YouTube. Anyhow, got it. You gotta throw the little bit of shout out in there, right? But yeah, I think. Oh no, the slow. Dang, get in the bunker, please. Yeah, hopefully, like, there are some updates to the rough, right? I mean, it looked like in one of the shots that there was still like a pretty big bounce in the rough, but that doesn't mean that all of the bounces are. Maybe it comes to rest sooner, so you get, you know, the rough is a little bit easier to get stuck in. Maybe they have different types of rough and you can get some fescue that actually behaves like fescue. And you know, there are a lot of like very subtle things that can happen from a design standpoint that make it harder for the player. You're already subbed? Do you want you to unsub so you can resub? No, we're just looking for net positives here, Doctor. I appreciate the thought though. Appreciate the thought, but also the fact that, you know, we'll see how much convergence there is on clubs and like distances and all of that. If there ends up being this, you know, we end up basically right now where you see the, you know, the bunkers at a specific distance because that's where everybody hits. You know, I think if the attributes become variable enough where like there's not just one meta build, if there are multiple builds and multiple attributes to build around and club distances and stuff like that, all I think makes for better overall course design and better competition, because you might not have the same winners each week, or maybe it forces people to actually use the different players and the different bags and be a little bit more strategic with their selections going into each tournament. So, I mean, that's what I'm looking to see. 16 under there. Only beat out by Stives and Coxter, so we're in good company. We're very much so in good company if we're... We had a really bad round one, but that's fine. We're just playing this to warm the thumbs up a little bit. Got 2 eagles on the round. What do we got? 7.2. I putt it, so it doesn't. Interesting. Longest scoring shot, 7.2 yards, but it's not a hole out because I putt it. I don't really know how that works, but okay, fine. It got in the hole. 22 putts. We missed a few fairways, but 100% gur and 16.3 foot proximity to hole. 4 of 9 from long range, which for me is decent. It's actually on the slightly better side. Anywhere close to 50% is good for me from long. I am hoping, and I don't think we're gonna get any information on this pre-launch. I hope there's more stats. Give me more stats. Inject them into my veins. Like, give me more stats than you could ever dream of. I know for the average player on tournaments and stuff, like, they probably don't care. I want putt accuracy to be broken down into a few more categories. Give me 0 to 5. Give me 5 to 10. I think for a video game, those are fine. Give me a little bit more detail on 10 plus. I want like 10 to 15 and maybe like 15 to 20 and then 20 plus. Because I know I'm missing from longer range, but I also know I'm 8 to 12 feet, 8 to 15 feet. That's where things start to go mighty downhill for me. But I want to see the numbers. I want to see just how bad I am from that. And also just how many putts I actually have from an even longer distance type of deal. That's just me. I think the other stats are good. I don't know what other stats I would want to see. Strokes gained would be cool, especially because these are going to be like crossplay societies. So the fact that you have everybody on every platform that's playing in that, having like a round by round dynamic like strokes gained stat for approach, like driving approach and putting. For the nerd in me, and I'm sure there are some other of you nerds out there that like give me stroke gain stats and give me a little bit more detail in my putting, and I would, we could play our rounds, and then we'd just give me some more time in the menus to ogle over some stats, because like the scoring stuff, like it's the scoring stuff, right? That's all straightforward, but it's all of these things under results. I want a little bit more. Give me more. Give me a little bit more, as Game Changers would say. I don't know if that's actually on the Game Changers show or if that's on a different one of them, but if you know, you know. Those guys are hilarious. Sam Reich and all of those guys. Fantastic if you have not seen it. We always just watch the clips that they put, but like the number of times we've considered getting a subscription to Dropout TV can count it on more than one hand, probably more than two hands. It all comes back to time, because we talked about it yesterday. I want to watch The Last of Us, but we've got House of the Dragon season 2 that we still haven't watched. We're watching Traders, Hell's Kitchen. We like Shark Tank, and I stream. And so I eat up a lot of the time that I could be consuming content. I want to make content. So sorry, hand up, my fault that I am not as cultured. But that's the why. You have a kid and you make sacrifices. This is what I'm spending my free time on, when I'm not spending it on spending time with or just being a parent. I guess sometimes you're not just hanging out with them, sometimes you can't leave them alone for hours and do what you want. You gotta pay attention to your kid. Who knew? All right, so we are going to load up into the Impossible Challenge in just a few minutes here. We are going to take a quick little ad break. So for those unfamiliar, we roll ads so that you don't get ads when you come into the stream. So when we roll ads, everybody takes a nice little break. Ads roll, you get up, you stretch, you get some water, we come back, and then we continue. Smoke the Impossible Challenge is very high winds out of the north, back tees, pin set 4, very firm, very fast. I'm also wondering Did I have it on pin 1? Or is there only one pin set? I'm now thinking, like, did I even do the challenge right yesterday? I'll have to revisit that. But yeah, and we're doing it on loopers only, which is up there as crazy, crazy difficult. So we're gonna try that again today. But yeah, if you have not already, follow the Twitch, sub to the YouTube, join the Discord. Discord's gonna be the best place to keep up with when we go live, any changes to content schedule, announcements, or just getting in contact with the community. So that's my little spiel for now. We'll be back in like 3 minutes, and then we're gonna let the Impossible Challenge start kicking our butt for the evening. BRB.
It's raining.
Ads. For some reason, the ad timer and the ad animation has been just a little bit off here recently. I'm not sure what's up with that. All right. Let's do it. Let's load into some loopers only, because it's so much fun. Okay, I get it. I'm gonna buy the game. Okay, you don't have to. Okay, there is only one T and one pin. Good. Good. We did not mess up the challenge. There was not a different setting. So, to reiterate, the Impossible Challenge, we're going to loopers only in this edition, which is quite difficult. Very small landing areas, especially on the greens, lots of water around. This is going to be our final boss, so to speak. Now you play off the back tees and pin 4 in this case Red tees pin 1. Winds are very high out of the north. Fairways are very firm, greens are very firm, and they're at their fastest. Very fast. Even or better. That's the goal. That's what we're after here. What up, Snowda? Easy course? Yeah. That's why you do the impossible challenge on it, because it's already easy. You're just trying to make it a little hard. Right? That's how that works. Exactly. Why would you try and make a hard course harder? You only want to make easy courses harder. That would be only natural. I'm gonna get lucky. It's so hard with the wedges to get that wind right. Also, I don't know what that was, but my voice kinda just went with what was happening. I was gonna miss left. That's okay. Like, this is birdieable, but it's really about like getting through and staying clean on a lot of these shots. I have not had luck. I've not had luck here, but I'm scared that if I go and try and land on this fairway, because this fairway is like a 4-iron. Whereas I feel like if you can cut the corner a little bit, ah, 103 and big fast. It's gonna at least be, it's still gonna be in that grass, but it's gonna be a little more visible. I feel like you just want to be closer on this because it's only light rough, so it's like a club penalty, but you just don't need as much club coming into this. We're just looking to get it like here, get past the tree, get kind of into this bunker. You go 196, upper 180s, 180 wind, uphill lie. See, 6-iron, 5 with a little loft. Well, that was a more aggressive line than I was trying for. That stayed way out to the right. I can chip it from here. Like, the result, don't get me wrong, the result is good. I was just trying to play a little bit more to the left, but I guess if you have the distance right and cover the water, you're fine. Right? That's the trade-off there. I do want to try and make this, so let's kind of treat it like a putt. You've got a little bit of right to left, but it's mostly that it's left to right going in at the hole here. And you're on a bit of a downhill lie, so is it kicking to the right? It is. Came out a little bit short, so it took a hop. But again, par. You know, I'd love to be out ahead at this point just because this hole sucks. This hole is probably the worst. Because it requires you to hit an overpower, and that's just to give yourself a shot. Not even like really a good one. Okay. Okay, the wind is playing more sideways. The question becomes, do you try and take 3-wood here, or do you go the extra bit and drive her off the deck? Because drive her off the deck is gonna get the roll, but you have to, like, the misses, I guess, are just so much bigger. Hit it. No, get down. Get down. Hit off the top and in. Gosh darn it. Oh, that stings. To execute it and for the wind to still. Are you serious? That doesn't even give me a drop at the front? Maybe I can pull this back enough. Get a little bit closer. Nope. Can't even like look around with the camera to figure out where I am. Great. Okay. Can we execute again? How far out were we? Oh boy. Okay, we got it this time. I'm okay to drop 1 stroke. I just can't put it in the water over and over and over again. This certainly helps. Right, so that was 1, 2, drop 3. This is for par. Would be the sickest par ever. But like if we could take a single bogey, I can live with that. So this is set up that if you can birdie that hole, despite all odds from where we got to there, you can birdie that. Okay, good to know. Good to know. But you gotta get driver off the deck, because that gets you the low enough ball flight that it actually cuts through. That wind is just so hard to judge how far, you know, it's gonna bring the ball back over to the left. So now we're at 195, 20-mile-an-hour wind. It's back to 175. Probably plays a little bit more, 170. Then a little bit more than that. 165 is still long. I'm gonna give it a little bit of loft. What a shot. Come on, man. Come on, man. We're back even. We're back even. Oh, no. Oh, no. This wind is, scary to say the least. Is there like a safe play? I don't think so, because I think on this side of the bridge is all rough. Oh boy, alright, we're gonna have to clutch out another overpower. This is one of those things where, like, when we played yesterday, this wind was a little bit more sideways. Dang it. Hit the bridge? No, it's not gonna get there. Does it have the distance? This might be a lottery. Where is this? I can't even tell. We're on the other side of the bridge, but I don't know how far out. I think I have to take this, because it just makes the layup a lot more feasible. Like, I hate everything about this. Just on principle. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, that fairway becomes like incredibly tough to hit when the wind is that strong and kind of in your face. Like we had, simply put, way more optimal wind conditions yesterday for that hole. Off the tree, up at the hole. That's gonna go straight back. Okay, can we minimize damage? Like, this course is about minimizing the damages. This is probably a double though. Two feet uphill, you need so much power. You need so much power. All right, we know that 11 has scoreability to it. Ah, man, we're getting absolutely boned by wind. Because now I'm in this mindset where we have to, this thing, basically have to overpower everything to have a chance. If I want 130, 65%, geez. Yeah, I don't know how feasible this is going to be, simply because the wind on some of these holes, it's way different than it was yesterday. It's turned about 30 degrees inward, which is apparently having some pretty significant effects. Also, being in these bushes makes things massively difficult, because I can't see that fires out to the left. But we're still gonna try. We're gonna give it the full round's effort and see what we can do. Hit it slow. Hit it slow, that's fine. Good putt. All right, I mean, we're not out of it. It's just a couple of these holes you're a lot more dead if you don't execute like the most perfect of things. I don't think you can go through that anyway. I'm out of it, Lucas. Wow, I had a ridiculous back nine yesterday. You don't think I can replicate that magic? Huh? You don't think I can replicate that absurdity? Probably should have shaped the hybrid now that I think about it. Okay, but we're learning. Today is a little bit different than yesterday, so we're learning how to approach today. So that means attempt 2 will be better, right? Yeah. We've pretty much put ourselves into some death spots. And I think sometimes you have to take your medicine and not go aggressive the way that I'm going. Pull out par. What's my best so far? We did 2 over yesterday. Did 2 over yesterday, Dan. Kind of the most ridiculous thing I've done. Did 11 over first try, 2 over second try with some of the craziest bounces. Yeah, it's basically a win, except it's not actually, so I have to keep doing it. But yeah, the winds are a little bit stronger and at a little bit different angle today, and basically makes me wish that I had more time yesterday to have taken some more tries. Yeah, this is like, I'm calling this the final boss because like my first playthrough of it was like 30 or 40 something over, I think. And I was like, there's no way. And then somehow yesterday happened and I'm like, oh, actually there is a way. But that's why I'm calling it the final boss impossible challenge, because I don't think I'm gonna do another one after it. Also, our tempo was something else yesterday, so... These very fast are not great. Hey, get in there, Lucas. 7-stream streak. Nice. Appreciate it. Very much so. Yeah, like this wind is way tailier. A little bit fast. Fairway bounce is actually better, because that puts you not having to splash it. How far out is this gonna come? It's just gonna come basically right the hole unless you under hit it. No. Oh no, that's under. Wow, that died. That died so much. That one stings. What's going on, Darren? Think the upcoming 2K25 will be a harder challenge even for the best players? I think so. I think so. From everything that I can tell right now, just with the way that the swing mechanic is going to update and stuff, I think it is going to be a tougher challenge for everybody. On the same... I guess you can't even call it the same difficulty settings. Gosh darn it, I underhit it. Under freaking hit it, 95%. But that was fairway though. Okay. But the way that they broke down the swing mechanics a little bit from this game, and you know, vibration's gonna be a difficulty setting, and like some of the swing bias and angle swings. Another 30+ minute video today. I did, Lucas. That's because there was another thing that they had put out right after I had recorded the video for yesterday, going over all of the different swing types and fittings and things. I know you're super opposed to reading, so I apologize for that. Ooh, that's a little short. It's a little short. Yeah, that video is on... They had like 2 little articles like they've done before, talking about some swing stuff. Like going through all of the different shot types and that sort of thing. Yeah, that's the only reason I have another video. So close. So it's like, are we milking it? In a sense, but I'm also trying to cover everything. Wow, that didn't break. All right. I must have hit it just enough of a push there. Just giving me crap. Well, fair. It's fair. This is always fine the green. Now I think we're too dead because of some of the earlier mistakes, but I just want to see how this wind plays across this course. This pin, yeah, you have to play it back here. You gotta play it back here, ride the break around, and then lag your way to the waterfall. My favorite is like you get right to the hole and then it stutters. You just don't pin seek it because you get to here and then it's a straight putt back. So, kind of hoping for the best. Now this yesterday was an eagle hole. The wind is a little bit more angled, so I think I need to give it something to carry. But this was an eagle hole because if you can carry it out here, it gets onto the green and then it just rolls down to the back. And there's a little bit of a bumper to keep you on the green. Now, if I could ace across this, that would be phenomenal because I still don't have an ace across in any of my golfing career. That's the like missing piece. I have putted for albatross. Somehow got a putt for albatross before an ace across. Wow. Actually breaks more, and then look at how much that broke there. That's crazy. Okay, I'm a little bit annoyed now. I'm a little bit annoyed. I did rush it, but I was frustrated with how much that broke. Oh, this gets interesting. I'm gonna probably better if we were in the normal short spot. Don't go in the water. Don't go in the water. Wow. Yeah, the way the wind was before, that was a lot safer because you were just trying to crest it over. All right, note taken. Note absolutely taken. Fairway bounces are just so tough on the very firms. So tough on the very firms. I think that one just stings a little bit because you have a chance at a chance at eagle. It should birdie. How am I always so off on that? Okay. Well, we parred two of the scoreable, or we bogeyed because we put it in the water. Yeah, we're learning a whole heckin' lot about the way that these winds are today. Round number 2, attempt number 2 is going to be much better, I think. Also, these overpower like required holes are destroying me because I am not hitting the overpowers anywhere even remotely close. I could lay this up, but I want to see, because we're in test mode now. Just catch all the trees. Got it. Okay. Understood. Understood. What lie are we on? I can't tell. Out here, I guess? Is there a view where I can see my golfer? This one, kind of. Oh, nope. We were on a downhill lie. Through that wind, we hit our 79-yard club 105 yards. Yeah, just as you would expect. Just as you would expect. That's normal. Totally normal. Jeez, man. Alright, so some of this is starting to turn out as one might expect. Some of this is starting to turn out as one might expect. 69, nice. A little bit more carry. Give it the fade. Okay, distance isn't bad, albeit just a little bit short from that. It's like one of those things that you know, but you sometimes like lose sight of, is just how much the wind matters. You know? Also, I am just overhitting every putt. So, like, just no birdies. No birdies allowed here. Ah, man, this one's tough because if you're out over this left-hand side, you just don't have a great view. 21, though. I'm gonna curl it and give it a little D-loft. I should not have D-lofted it. Also, very over-curled. Very over-curled. I hit that too fast. That's gonna stop short of the hill. Whoops. Okay, it's a lot of very good learning of just like how these winds are playing. I think that's the biggest thing with any first attempt of the day, is just getting a lay of the land. How is the wind affecting the shots today? 200, 178. It'll play a little bit more than that, but not enough. Baby fast, I think, should be okay. It's the angle of approach I'm more concerned of here. I'm trying to play that safely out to the right. The little fast draws us all the way back around, so this is a very different angle than I've had coming into this hole before. Now, if we were on pacer, then like I'm gonna read that a little bit more, but. Three hybrid, I think you give it. I think you give it just a little bit. Let's see, is it? Okay, look at that. We hit the tree, but that's actually a little bit more uphill than it seems like. 240. This is interesting. Just given the lie and everything that we're on. 200, 214, 226. I actually think you give this a little bit of backspin and you might just make it still. Nope. The lie was too steep. I wasn't even thinking about what club we were. All right. Noted. Remember what club you're gonna be using. It's important. Don't catch that tree. There we go. There's the protector. There's the protector. Oh, we're on a downhill lie. It's gonna fire out. It's good, all things considered. I don't really know what you do otherwise. Some sort of... What just happened? What was that? We got some sort of like teleportation glitch. All right, we'll have to look that back over. I don't know what in the world that was. Note taken though, don't be there. Interesting if 2K25 can create a greater feel for stroke play with more variety of shot making available and creating even greater shot satisfaction. I mean, I think so. I think courses will get tamed a little bit, you know? Like I think designers won't need to make as crazy of courses. And I think, you know, the swing naturally being harder will just, you know, lend to shot execution when done being even more satisfying than it currently is. You know, I can also see it being very frustrating, but I welcome the challenge because I think if the courses and conditions get tamed in the right balance, that the harder shot mechanics will still be okay. Oh, come on. Oh, that's interesting. That's actually more about the amount of loft. Like it's not, that wasn't a distance problem. That one is because of the fast. Okay, so we're gonna max the last hole here. All right, how good are we? How good are we? I made a guess on the lie. I was wrong. I made a guess on the lie, and I was wrong. All right, I'm not gonna play this with much for the backswing. I want to try and roll it out because it's into the uphill. Give it a chance. All right. All right. The ending did not go to plan. This setup was a lot tougher. Yeah, took a plus 17 there. We were 11 over and then 2 over yesterday. Wins in very different situations. This is harder. This is harder. So let it be known that wind direction is a very big factor on the feasibility of this. Okay, so what I want to do here is I want to quick take a look at that one shot that we had and figure out what in the heck was going on with that. And then we'll go to do another attempt. But the one shot we had this weird clip through. Let's see here, videos. Here we go. So let me disappear. So we were on what, it was the 17th hole. So what I want to know is what happens with all this shot. Considered, I don't really know what you do otherwise. Some sort of... So we chipped this. We could have put it. But what is that? Somebody explain. Somebody explain this to me. What is that? I mean, my face. What just happened? What was Did I take the monitor off? Okay, here, hold on. I know what I'm doing. I thought I hit the webcam. I hit the monitor. So let's relive that. What is this? Some sort of... Please explain. Because on the previous shot, it's not like we were... I don't think we were 9 yards away on the chip. We were 10. I don't know if it's some sort of last location glitch. I'm gonna mute myself because I don't need to hear it again. But is it like some sort of last location glitch where it hopped into the hole and then put me back to where the shot before that shot was? Because I've never, in my entirety of playing and watching this game, and I know we're 2 years and change since the last time. But I have no idea what that was. So we'll have to think on that. We'll have to think on that one. Clip it, Casey. We'll make a clip of it. We'll make a clip of it. I would put it on YouTube Shorts, but that's too short of a short. Great send-off to the game, yeah. At least we don't have to deal with this anymore. As if it's like some normal thing that happens. Alright. Let's run it back. Let's run it back. The winds are not friendly today, that's for sure. Very high winds, north, very firm, very fast. There's only one set of tees, there's only one set of pins. The goal is even or better. Yesterday, we had really good setup, got to 2 over. Today, much harder. Lots of birdies out there. Have you seen this course, Casey? Do you know what we're doing? Well, that's the first time that we've treed there, bud. On the first hole. That might be cause for a reset just because of the angles here. That or you chip it out. It's kind of... Do you just reset your round? Or do you just hit one out here and try and go for par? Because I just don't see out of the heavy rough with this. I don't think you can get it soft enough. I think you have to play it smart. I know we are probably in the reset kind of phase, just given how the early goings of this went. Hey, what's going on, Rob? How's it going? Yeah, I think you just have to take your medicine and try and make a long par putt. If we take a bogey, we take a bogey. Yeah, obviously I have in my head what we were capable of doing yesterday. Oh, that's almost it. I made one last adjustment. Alright, we'll take the bogey. It's not the worst, but like the fact that I went birdie and just like we could have had it and could have been done with it. But it is what it is. Okay, baby fast. 104. I think you have to do some crazy like 107 plus to find fairway here. I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Yeah, we're chilling, trying the new challenge. We're gonna be on the new challenge for a while, and that's fine by me. That's wet. I slowed it. It's not wet. Still alive. Now you gotta do something with it. When you get bailed out, you gotta do something with the luck. Mr. Oki, thank you very, very much for choosing to use your Prime sub over here. I hope that you enjoy your faces. For the Tamper Monkey script, free of charge. Free of charge, but I do appreciate that. Hope it's all working well for you. You played this course once, told yourself never again. That's the reasonable thing to do. I'm not the smartest guy. So I guess I'm a glutton for punishment. Yeah, considering we would do no hit runs and things on Dark Souls 3. Like challenge runs are kind of our MO going back in time. That was a big slow. Getting away with the slows here. Gotta push up on the joystick. Okay, at least we're on the fairway. I just don't know. This wind is a lot more sideways, so I think driver off the deck's gonna make it. Gotta swing. That fast is gonna kill me. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it, man. Crazy. It is crazy to me on this hole. Because now I slowed it, and we're going to miss it on the right-hand side because of the tree. Man. We're going to have to restart this attempt, I think, if we're going to end up in the max kind of territory. Yep. Yeah, I think if you just miss this shoot. Hey, welcome back, Wilson. I don't know if you saw, I'm gonna post the video on Monday. The wins and the gameplay were right. We shot 2 over in that round after the 11 over. I don't know if you stuck around to the end of that one. But how we doing, Lindsay? I have not played Dead Cells. That was one game that, like, I saw it when it came out, and there were some people that got into it. I never tried it. It's just such a crazy tight window. Because look at that. We missed it every single time. We missed it every single time, and that kills the run. 2D games like Castlevania. Admittedly, I have never actually played Castlevania. I don't know if that's a surprising thing or not to anybody. But that is one game series that I have never played any of the games for. I feel like it's safer to play a little bit of loft on the 7 than it is to try and de-loft the 8. I don't know if that's accurate. Yeah, my tempo is really off at the moment now. Let's just try as an experiment. What if we take that 8 and we do de-loft it? And then, I don't know, we also combo that with a made tempo. What a concept. Hole in 3? Okay, maybe I should have taken that gut instinct. Symphony of Night, I've heard wonderful things about that. Yeah, it's also this wind. You have to like get through the first 5 holes, I feel like. Because can you even reach this with overpower? Okay, there's a 104 perfect. Maybe you can reach it with the 101. Maybe you can reach it with 101, which is just a really tight squeeze. Yeah, it's just so much about hitting tempo. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. So even with that wind, because it's driver off the deck, you can just get so much out of it there. So that's why I want to go through a few of these early holes, just because I feel like this is stuff we're gonna see quite a bit. Came up just short. I'm trying to get to that ridge and actually give myself a chance at the birdie hole out, which I know is probably one of the dumber things that I can do. Alright, I think we're gonna play through this front 9, because that's where we seem to have the most trouble. Mostly just as like proof of concept. What can you get away with? Where do you have to hit overpowers to succeed? Because like that there, I thought I have to hit the overpower. It looks like a basic shot will still work. And then that gets you into fairway. That opens up shot selection. Just, well, not really opens up shot selection. just makes the shot selection a little bit more understandable. Can you? Okay, you can get good distance on that. It just drifts more to the right than you would think. So like I can get the de-lofted 4-iron, but I actually have to aim it in a way where it's gonna go to the left side of the green. Yeah, don't play it. Don't play it in any way where the water is available. Just give it something like that. Because then you can at least try and putt from here. The Dracula quote in the speedrun backdashes. I know Symphony of the Night is probably the most famous and popular one, right? What is this little mountain? How's it go? So it's like a straight putt. It's actually like a straight putt with a whole lot of crookedness. Yeah, I just want to get through this front nine, see. Because it seems like there are a few that the overpower is necessary. Another one's like, I want to test this. If you fully shape it, you probably hit the trees, right? Yeah, okay. I'm just making sure that there's no way to cut this corner. First time in like 4 years, probably, just playing it nonstop. I mean, some of those games are just so good to go back to. Alright, we said we're going to take hybrid this time. Give the hybrid draw here, give it enough room. Yeah, I think that's the play, because then you look at how far over we are. Right? I mean, just look at how far over we are. Give it a little bit of loft on the gap wedge. You're going to toss it up. It's going to move to the right. You just don't put it in a place where you can get in the water. I overlofted it a little bit. You could probably play that stock. I was just scared of going long. But I feel like with crazy stuff like this, you just like have to see it once. Like 3-wood, this can't be downhill enough to get there, right? Like you have to take partial driver. Right, so take partial driver like here. That's 92% semi-fast. I don't know, I should probably test it with the 3-wood, because that ran all the way through. Okay. I'm gonna take the practice shot here. Just got booted back up. Got booted out. 2 over is unreal. I guess it might be possible to beat. The wind was in a slightly different direction yesterday. We played crazy good and we hit some really lucky shots. I think it's the wind direction. It's turned about 30 degrees and it has changed everything. Okay, yeah, so fully backspin it. Fully backspin it is the key. And then if you go 8-iron here, because that's 187. You have 187, 179, and some wind. Yeah, like you can take this. Oh, don't touch trees. Yeah, if you're more to the right, you get the fairway kick. Oh, wow. I didn't realize it was going to be able to bounce that much through the... Not bad. I just don't think you can ever stop it if you're on that side. Alright, we'll do one more. Because this is just a lot about seeing what's possible. So full backspin the 3-wood. It's not quite perfect, but it's good enough. Yeah, that's all you need it to be. Because look at this, now we're center fairway. We actually have a better angle than we've ever had to this hole. Because this is realistically going a few yards long, and then you're shaping it. And that's what's gonna now all of a sudden put it a few yards shorter. So you're just trying to keep it outside. Wow, that checked up. Holy cow. Size and beat and shot par on it with light wind, no wind on master. That's the best so far. Yeah, I'm being real stupid and doing impossible challenge settings on it, so max everything out with very high. I would say +2 with those conditions is a pretty crazy run. Because I thought 11 over was really good, and then the 2 over happened, and I was like, okay, what is life? And that's with a max. I had a max, 2 triples, and then I had back-to-back eagles, and I had a bunch of birdies all over the place. I think we shot like 11 under worth of scoring, and then just gave back too much. I took a max on that 3rd hole, and then it ended up costing me. But it is what it is. More content, right? What is it if you get it super fast? Okay, so what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna back out. We're gonna restart the round because obviously we're well over. I just wanted to see a few of those things on the front 9 here. Now, it is time on Twitch. The ads, the pre-roll prevention is about to expire here, so we're gonna take a quick break. Nobody's gonna miss a thing. All right, that's the big thing. Yes, we have to roll some ads here, but we're gonna treat it like we're a television show. You know, everybody's gonna take a quick little break, and we'll be back in like 3 minutes. So I appreciate y'all being here. If you have not already followed the Twitch, sub to the YouTube, or join the Discord, please consider doing that. Obviously, Twitch and YouTube help me out. Discord is more for your convenience, stream updates, content updates, announcements, all of that. So yeah, we'll be back in like 3 minutes. Appreciate y'all. BRB.
It's raining.
Ads. All right, let's get after it. Another round at Loopers Only. Everybody's favorite impossible challenge. Very high, north winds, very firm, very fast. Even or better is the goal. Even or better is the goal. I really do think that the key to this, though, is the first few holes are like a survival thing. I think you survive the first few, and then you just find your couple of points to thrive. Yeah, you basically have to go out here so that it gets down and kicks left. What was that kick? It's light rough, so we can do something with it. Problem is, I can't see my lie, and I can't see my character. So... bit of a blind shot. We're alive! Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, well, we learned that you can end up in a crap spot from a decent-ish, seemingly, tee shot. I mean, I hit it a little fast. I'm guessing what you need to do there is actually play a draw, give it a baby draw, and then execute your tempo, and like start it out and have it cut back across so that you're just more likely to be center cut. This hole is really just kind of a get out into the light rough as far as you can. We have a slightly better view of our character this time around, so we've got that going for us. 68, 59. And then the wind is kind of playing in. So that would put you around here, and you're on a slight uphill. Is that with this club, 196? Or was that with the 186? I think it was with this club. Little D-loft, little backspin. Ball comes out right. Actually, way right. And up the hill, I'm gonna go here. I hit that fast. Might save me, actually. Oh. The sand is deceiving. I gotta do it again. Alright, this is actually like a good thing to see, because I D-lofted, right? I D-lofted. I think going up a club. I think you have to go, I think you have to go for the softer landing. I think you have to go for the softer landing. 77, that's short. Okay. So let's see here. If you go 6-iron, it's gonna go so far out to the right, you actually have to aim left of the flag. Be there, bud. Alright. I learned a lot there. Downhill lie, man. Holy crap. Downhill lie ate me up. Ah, dang. Now it's gonna go short. I was gonna say we'll see how the next couple of holes go. We might be on reset. The sad truth of it all is that we had a 2-over attempt, and so that's what we're chasing. Can I make it without the overpower? I can. The wind got friendly enough. The wind actually got friendly enough. So like we took the max, now you can afford any sort of misses here. Baby fast is gonna be okay. It's gonna take a hard sideways bounce instead of forward. So we're not gonna quite get the roll down the hill, I don't think. Maybe it picks up enough speed. I don't know. I'm hopeful. Because I think through the first 5 holes, you can be... I mean, obviously, if you're closer to par, you're in better shape. But I think if you don't completely lose sight of things, you might just have a chance after a few holes to maybe, just maybe, still be looking at getting after some things. I hit it so fast. That's the thing too. Our tempos have at times been incredible, and you kind of have to be that way. The inconsistencies that we're facing today are gonna cause some issues. Boo. Boo. This is a hole that I've turned from survive it to like you can birdie it if you can take the smart shots through 2. 195, give it like 30 plus, that's into the 160s. It's gonna play more than that. Touch a loft on the 7. That's my guess. It's not bad. Unfortunate kick, though. Unfortunate kick, though. Dang. I've had a couple that have planted. I guess if you're just enough off. Thing is, we're gonna need birdies and we're gonna need them fast. That's kind of the harsh reality of it. 23. At 23 miles an hour, 101 is awfully close. 101 is awfully close. Now that's 240. It's into the 250s. I think you have to take it. I think you have to take a driver off the deck here. Because I think given the lie, you're not gonna go crazy long. It's just about this hill. And now I don't know. Not that. So you want it to be around the tree enough. Do I have to try and pull off some sort of flop shot? I'm afraid I might have to. One of my better flops. One of my better flops, I would say. Okay, we're making pars. We're making pars. But we need some birdies. Is that fast gonna be the death? Because it might be. Alright, since we're in this position, I'm gonna re-tee and test it. If I fully backspin, are we worse or better? It's 101 perfect. I know we're drifting way further, but it looks like distance-wise, we're actually better off. It looks like distance-wise, we're actually better off doing that. And then that opens some things here where like, okay, so if you're in this crap, is 3-wood the key? Because this is 233 and then the wind. The lie. We would have gotten to the green. That lie was horrific and I can't see it. So that's kind of the unfortunate thing. If you don't find yourself in a spot of visibility, you are potentially very screwed. You're not gonna give it to me? Would have been the double bogey. The double bogey for the ages. Yeah, I'm really just trying to test because I feel like the first part of this round is really the like killer section, you know? I feel like the first part of it is really the killer. Obviously, there's some of these shots that if you're on a run, you have to take a bit more care of. Okay, that did eat it, but it's really like, yeah, front nine pains, right? Because this was a fully backspun 3-wood, should get to here. And then you're straight away. 175. I underhit it a little bit. Even with the loft, it'll be fine. So get the very firm kick. Yeah, if you get onto the green, great. If not, looked at the planets just now. Could only see 2, Venus and Jupiter, but also didn't look super hard. Was cool. You got yourself a telescope then, huh? I don't think I've ever actually like looked through a proper telescope to see like planets and stuff. Visible with the naked eye? Really? That's epic. I have definitely not had that. I have not had that experience. That's awesome. Little fast. Basically just means we're down on the green, but only ones you need for a telescope for are Uranus and Neptune. I mean, I know where I live now, since it's more rural and stuff, like you can definitely see stars a bit clearer. But I have not gone looking for planets, nor have I just, like, ever caught them. Aiming for even as Wild Smoke? We almost did it yesterday. So, it's kind of at that crazy point of, you know, can be done. Just requires, like, crazy execution. I tried the more aggro line here. Now we can actually birdie this. All of February should be a good time to see it. All right, I'll have to maybe peek my head out after stream before I go to bed. I don't know where I'm looking directionally, but okay, this is a bit further right than I've had, and this might get an ugly kick. Yeah, off the boat. Okay, we're still safe. Oh, when I said off the boat, I didn't mean like I want to hit it off the boat. I just meant ricochet off the boat. Where's the ball? It's down there. So I don't, oh gosh. I don't trust that this is gonna get out. Okay, flop time. This is where you need the 2K25 super flop. Because unfortunately this is a perfect lie as well. That's pretty good. I'm just saying, to even think about birdie after being in a boat. Yeah, that was scary enough that I didn't even say I'm on a boat. See stars and planets through your phone camera. You know what? We stayed at Shenandoah National Park once, and I downloaded a stargazing app, and then it thunderstormed the night that we were supposed to do the stargazing thing that they were like guiding. So that was pretty disappointing. I think I had downloaded one before. Oh no, skip. Imagine if they had a skip feature where the ball could actually ricochet through. That's unfortunate. I hit it too fast. Sky view? Yeah, I'll have to look through my like previous downloads and stuff and see if... I can't believe this is fairway. That's, I think, the part that's most astounding to me. Oh, it didn't catch the tree. Alright, we're live. First birdie out of a boat you've ever seen? Yeah. This far into a game and we're just trying to do things never done before. Oh, I slowed it. Check up, check up, check up. Dang. Oh, I didn't slow it. I fasted it. That's interesting. It's a straight putt from down here. It was before. Or at least it seemed like it was the last time. Okay. Jupiter and Mars will likely be the only visible ones. The others have gone past the horizon. Past the Horizon Zero Dawn. Okay, this is the what does 101 do for you? Because I think you have to get this one overpowered with this wind. Actually, no. Actually, no, you don't. Never mind. Above the feet lie and then wind. Hit it fast. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it, Colby. Because you know what? I think that that aim is fine. You just can't hit that input. Now I slowed it. Except slow is gonna be a-okay. Yeah, it's just when you have the front nine go that way, you put so much pressure on the back nine to not have anything go wrong. Oh, that really bleeds left. Okay. This is where looking at the putts would in fact help you out. Would in fact help you out. Alright, I don't know if there are any other holes that we need to see at this point. Like, I think we have a pretty good understanding of a few of these holes and just like what needs to happen with them. You just can't be so far behind hitting the turn. Also just really can't afford to hit like really crap tempos. I think once you get here, yeah, if you aim it enough out of the way, don't want to hit that fast, because like the distance is so good for it. If you can get it out squared away, gonna miss to the right, just barely. Yeah, I think that pitching wedge into this wind is the call. It's just about staying on schedule and hitting these tempos. Like, you have to stay calm under the pressure of it. Because, like, as you can see, I'm pretty confident when it comes to our ability to dial up the right distances on some of these. It's just all about that execution. This shot's actually uphill a little bit, which makes it a little funky. What if we hit... See, if you hit full driver, it's long. If you hit full driver, it's long. And then you're down here. This is a bit of a conundrum. What happens? I kind of want to just test this. It's way downhill. If you take gap wedge, you lose about 26 yards. You gain some of that back. I hit it fast. Wow. Wow. Not dead. If you don't loft it, it stays under the bridge. Neato. Ah, man, we almost had an under the bridge birdie on top of our out of a boat birdie. This one yesterday, we had a tailwind where you could drive this green, which is still not the smartest thing to do, but you could do it. And we did it. This tree. This freaking tree, man. This is almost, actually, you know what? We're gonna try something. No, I'm not. I need to play this shape. And I think we need to hit the overpower. Maybe not that strong to get it done, but definitely not that strong to get it done. I was thinking about, like, what if you play some sort of push shot? I do not know if it's even possible from here. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Time to flop. Ask you about something? Shot shaping, you have to spin and how high, right? Can you explain what both of those do? You have the chance. Yeah, so we're gonna do it right here. So this is your loft. This is fade, this is draw, D-loft, backspin, less spin. I don't want to call it top spin because that's inaccurate. You're not hitting the top spin shot. But that's how the different components work. Oh, so you, okay. No, so you're in a bit of conundrum here. I actually have to go up to the sand wedge flop and fully shape it to have a chance. Distance-wise, this is probably too long now. Wow. So if you land it here, let's just see if we lob wedge flop it and go more out to the right. I mean, I think that's like all you can make of it. What's up, GSR? Impossible course? Loopers only. And we've come close, but it is going to be as tough as they come to actually get it done. Especially with the wind conditions tonight. The wind conditions tonight are not optimal. That being said, we've been just in the double digits over par on the few attempts tonight, so it's still kind of promising. Just need serious high levels of execution. Alright, so I think what we're gonna do here, we're gonna just roll it right into the next attempt. If there are ads in the middle, we will just take a break. Unfortunately, like, this is kind of hitting a timing issue with the normal ad breaks that we run. So we've got about 25 minutes or so until the ads are gonna pop again. So we're just gonna get it set up. We're gonna hop right back into it. And we're gonna give it another run. Because we've hit some good stuff. We know that some things are definitely doable. So like here we learned play a little bit of draw. Oh, we did catch the tree this time. But I think it got through. No. It's in the light rough. This tree in front might be problematic. How many times have I played through the course now? We played once a few months ago, and then we played it twice yesterday, and then, well, we've played through it like 2.5 times today. This will be the 3.5 time. So not a lot. +2 was our 3rd attempt. We're like plus 30, 40 something, plus 11, plus 2. And now I've had like 17 and whatever that last round was. I mean, there's obviously some yeah, we're taking some unplayables and testing some different things too, so. Oh, what is that input? Alright. See, I'm gonna be with something like that on the first hole, like just we do things a little different around here. We do things a little different around here. See, I even have the fan going. I'm getting warm. I think that's part of the issue. I'm getting hot, so my swing is getting fast. But I know people like to do impossible challenges different ways. I'm like, I want to get it, so I'm gonna grind it. Some people are like, I'm gonna attempt it every so often. You know, to each their own. That's fine. But we're at +2, and we know how this course breaks down. You kind of have to get the early goings going. Okay, so that's how you want the first shot to go. As long as it doesn't end up right behind the tree, you're good. And then now we're just a little bit in between clubs. Give it a little loft. Maybe fast should be good. Because it's such a different story now. You have a fairway shot, and now you have an attempt, right? You have an attempt to take par on the first, or take birdie rather, on the first hole. I hit it too fast. It's okay. R is still good. We're just trying to kind of play this as smart as we can. I think you have to, as much as you need to execute on this course, you also need to outsmart this course. 5-iron. See, the only issue that you like really run into here is how heavy these shots come in. We're in a flatter spot, so we're okay. We're not gonna have like the crazy kick out, but this is at like 198, and then you take the uphill 189. I think it just cuts through the wind so much that I'm gonna go 5-iron stock. You're gonna blast it out to the right and let the wind just drift it back left. Maybe slow it, just don't hit the tree, and I think we're fine. Yeah, I'm okay with that. You can't get it in a way where you have like a really de-lofted shot that's flying through. Anything that can make it in a way where it gets to sit a little bit cozier. Release down the hill a little bit. Take it. We will take it. You want birdies, but also even par is not your enemy. Okay, that felt decent enough. Little fast, so the rock might be a problem. Oh, okay. That light rough stings. What can you get? What can you get? 75% is like 240, 225. You're gonna miss it. You're gonna just barely miss it. You would have to high roll the 78. It's downhill. I think you have to risk it. This is kind of like a find out. I know we're at even par through 2, but I kind of need to test it as well, just like going forward. I hit it fast. Oh, but oh, wow. Talk about luck for the ages. And it's actually moving forward. We've got speed slot down to the green, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, okay. Bailed out, because I thought we were gonna hit the tree. I thought we were dead in the water. And now we're gonna get to this backstop and actually just roll it back down. I was gonna say, don't you tell me that it took too much speed. That actually is too much speed, because look how far back it's rolling now. But we're on the green, so even if we do not birdie it, par is on the cards. Problem is, I gave it some pace. I definitely gave it some pace because I wanted to make that. I did want to make that. That's typical me. That's typical me. Just gotta be a better putter. I don't know how to be a better putter, but you gotta be. All right, we'll take a bogey on what should have been a par. We'll just say it should have been a par. I hit it slow. Gosh darn it, Colby. We were doing so well. But we hit it off the bridge and we're not dead. Yeah. All right. Using up our luck yet again. Okay. I hit it exactly the power I wanted to, but it just rolled through way too much. I'm surprised you can splash this from here. Or not splash it from here, or that the splash comes out short enough. I haven't seen that one too often. Bounce it off the front lip and in. Okay, and we gave it the 102. Oh no, we missed it to the left enough. Stay on the fairway. Stay on the fairway. All right, this is the run, right? We're getting all the luck. This has to be it. I mean, this run is a combination of luck and skill. Kind of one of those things, like you have to be good enough and consistent enough to maximize when the luck is given to you, right? I think that's kind of the whole thing with it. Stop drifting my stick off. Gosh darn. Don't need to do. So this is fully a feel shot. Because you want to put brakes on it. I don't trust a chip shot there. Very firm, very fast, running away from you. I just never trust it. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Exactly. That's a little faster than I'd like it to be, which was gonna put it in the water. So deceiving because it looks like there's something to land it on there, but there's not. Most unfortunate. I don't really know what to do about this hole because that drive always seems to have water in play. Like making that drive over the water with the current wind we have is like the least optimal condition that you could have. Dead? It's not dead. Terrible inputs though. Absolutely terrible inputs. Again, it's time to go to flop down. If you go full 40, you're a little long. I think you have to go to like here. Oh no. Short. Alright. Partial flops for everybody. It's like the only way to generate the like really spinny shots. Okay, not how you want it to go, but we're 3 over, so it's not like we're fully dead yet. Just kind of takes away some of the margin for error. Hopefully we're not trying to get birdies from boats again, but you know, if such is the case, we will find a way. All right, I'm gonna go normal pitching wedge here. Okay. It just never a good feeling when you hit it that fast. The face is more of a grimace for that than the result, obviously. But like, you gotta, I know we got some luck. You gotta find birdies. You gotta find birdies to bring things back together. I don't actually know. This wind has shifted on us enough. I don't know that that's enough. I think I have to partial. That's there. Go just past the tree a little bit. It's not in the water. Heavy rough kind of makes things tough, but downhill, downwind gives you some semblance of hope. Hey, what up, C-Mount? Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Controls ball spin, and does that shorten your shot? So this is spin. Obviously, you naturally have more spin with the loft, or you don't really have more spin with the loft, but you're landing it softer, so it effectively behaves with more spin. This is more spin. You have to be careful though. It doesn't really shorten your shot. In fact, once you get to the 7-iron and up, it adds distance to your carry. If you have tailwind, if you have headwind, it'll shorten it more. But that is definitely a detail to be mindful of. But yeah, I appreciate that, C-Mount. I have a lot to say about a little, you know? Oh, that's great. Unfortunate, like, spot to then have to chip from. Oh, it did count as fringe. That's good. have a feeling you'll be seeing me playing this again. Yeah, I have a feeling we're not getting it here, but you know, if we do, you'll hopefully hear about it. But take it easy, man. Thanks for hanging out, and yeah, thanks for giving us. Well, I guess this is kind of self-inflicted, but thanks for giving us this bit of pain. I did hold on to it too long. I should have trusted my gut that it was like barely flop it up. All right, let's see if we can. Yeah, par or better. Maxed out conditions from the north. May have to give it a run. It is very difficult, so just brace your butthole. I don't want the score that I have right now to deceive you. I think first time I played through this, it was like 30 or 40 over. But so it's 4 under. I don't know if I'm gonna do any more if I get this, I don't know if I'm gonna do any more impossible challenges. We've done a few. I think this will be like our 2K23 impossible challenge send off. But maybe next game, we'll see how the game is mechanically. You'll sit on a donut? All right. Bet. Yeah, this course is like tight. Very, very tight, and you have to just be very choosy with what you go for and then execute on top of it. It's the most fun combo. I got too aggressive with the line. We found dirt. We found dirt. Okay. If you hold on. It's 30. We're on a hill though. Okay. 70%. 13, 14, 15. But that's right at the hole and then the lie. I hit it fast. All right. Not the greatest. Not the greatest of attempts here. Give some of these a run between now and 2K25 because we'll all suck again. Yeah, I mean, there's a whole catalog. I did not hit it full power. Lucky bounces for the win. Holy cow, this run is just littered with luck. Like, straight up just littered with luck. That time we're gonna make it pay off. Okay. All right, that's the line. I think, yep, there we go. Good. We're not boat bound. We're not boat bound this time. Okay, that picked up more speed. That picked up more speed than we had the other time that we hit it to that spot, so. Good to know. Good to know. I still didn't play it enough to the left. That would have put us That would have put us at even par, but a couple of birdies here and we're in it. Turning into a strong wind, should you be lofting or delofting or neither? It depends on what you want to do. If you want to make sure that you're like landing softly, you take more club and loft it because the wind plays like exponentially into your face, right? So if you loft it more, it's going to play even more than it would normally. If you deloft it, you can cut some of that wind out. So it depends on like, do you need it to roll out? You know, what club are you trying to stretch? And never feel bad asking. I hit it slow up front. I don't know if I should have just been a little more aggressive with it. Unfortunate time to do that because we were starting to come back. Now we're not dead because of shots like that we can still potentially save par here. But that's just one thing that you do hate to see. Okay, that's close. Hard to get better. Yeah, I mean, you have to mess with it. It's situational awareness is a lot of this game, right? It's really knowing what you're trying to accomplish and how you're setting yourself up for the next shot. Okay, so we're trying to get as much distance out of this as possible is basically all it comes down to. We only got 102. We're just gonna kind of bleed underneath this. Par perfect player. Thank you very, very much for the follow. You're in the right place. We are trying to get par. That is the goal. 145, some wind. This lie is like crazy far to the side. Come on, go left. Get down. Be the ball. Oh, that's a tight window. Man, okay. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Okay. Okay, that's par. Just need to hold on. We just need to hold on. Underhit it, 97%. Oh man. Not the time to miss your swing. The brain, man, the brain is such a finicky thing. The pressure got on, and then we missed the one shot, and it just compounds. Okay, I mean, we have to figure it out. We're not like dead because you can go 2 over and make it back. But it is like all stress on. Because I let myself recognize like where the score was. I play my best golf when I lose track. I think everybody kind of does, right? I think everybody kind of gets in a zone. Okay. That's a strong... I know it's a double bogey, but that's a strong save. Okay. Good tempo. Come on, get left. Get left. Stay out of the sand. This is one we haven't birdied yet, but I think with the right shot, you can. Okay, yeah, baby slow, look at that. Look at that. Okay, we're birdied. We're birdied. 3 to go. 175, 186. It's gonna play like 30, right? And I botched it. What is that tempo, man? Holy cow, we're not dead, but we're not making anything easy on ourselves. That's for certain. Crazy downhill lie. I'm disappointed in myself. The nerves are getting to me, but that was just such a rushed swing. That was such a rushed swing. Didn't give it a chance. Didn't give it a chance. Alright, we gotta go birdie birdie. We gotta go birdie birdie. Which I don't think is impossible. It's just very tough considering that last hole. That last hole right now with the wind conditions that we've had has actually been like an impossible thing to do. $153, 160s. I underhit it and I hit it fast. I don't think that has the legs. It was a nice attempt. It was a nice attempt. We had a ton of luck. We did a lot of things right. But in the end, I didn't handle the pressure. In the end, I did not handle the pressure. Yeah, you just need to have like a really good round with some luck. It's kind of that 1-2 punch. So we're gonna put another solid one in the books, but I think this hole is what. Yeah, this is the hole that I don't know how you solve. Also, ads are about to hit, so I apologize. Looks like ads are gonna roll. We'll give it another attempt afterwards. Trying to get through this fast, but yeah, ads are gonna roll here, and then we'll come back and we'll run it back. We'll run it back. Yeah, you pretty much have to be in the fairway there to even have a chance. Oh wow, that rolls a lot. Okay. Adds 5 over. Five over. What is this, amateur hour? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. We can't even break par. Like, what's wrong with us? Just probably the worst golfer out there. Like, it's a video game. We should be breaking par, no problem. Let alone, you know, not being 5 over. Really struggle busting out here. How's it going, Mike? Alright, let's run it back. The fact that we did 5 over, honestly, the fact that we did 5 over and had a chance at actually doing it is pretty crazy. Had it even, I choked it, but that last hole, I think, if we played par golf on those last couple of holes and then got to 18, I would still be a bit concerned about how that plays out. I fully shaped this, so this might go pretty long, as long as it stays on the fairway. That's all you need it to do. I don't know that I need to play the backspin on it. Chance of doing what? So the challenge is this course, which is very difficult. We're playing on Master Swing 2.03 difficulty multiplier. Now this course only has one set of tees, but the standard impossible challenge rules are back tees, pin set 4, very high winds out of the north, very firm, very fast for the fairway and green conditions. So it's a brute, basically. The goal is to get to par or better. I'm gonna have to restart this one because I completely botched that input. I don't accept garbage. I don't accept garbage on the first hole. I'll accept like actual mistakes, but doing that with my tempo, that's just bad. Could be as bad as you. Wish you could get better. You can get better, man. What? So, I mean, obviously, always feel free to ask questions. But I guess my question for you, I know you were asking about wind. What is your self-assessed biggest shortcoming? Right? What's the thing that you struggle with the most? Yeah, because I can try and help you the best I can from there, but yeah, I think a lot of it starts with where you're struggling. Now, if it's putting, I can't help you. I suck at putting. If it's getting the ball to the hole, that I can help you with. That was a little bit closer than I'd like it to be, but it works. Crazy break at the start. Oh, baby. What a putt. All right, we'll take one under to start this thing. Swing timing with irons and judging wind. How to hit into the wind. So the big thing that I always kind of preach is learn reference points on the wind meter, because that'll help you when the wind meter doesn't have the number up. Now this is if you're playing without the number, but like I know that at halfway, if the wind line is up to the tip, that's 20 miles an hour. If it's touching the tip down here, it's about 13. Then I can kind of guesstimate in between. Bottom of this is 17, top is 23. So I have like 3 mile an hour reference points there. I have a reference point here. That's how I do it when the number isn't up. But I would say go to the range. If you have a practice facility made, you can do that. If you go to the range with the wind, I think it's easier when you have a practice facility set up, and I have a YouTube video on that. But basically, you turn on the wind, and you go through your clubs, and you just see how it translates, you know, how it actually affects your clubs at stock distance, and then go from there. General rule of thumb, though, is for tailwinds, everything that's like an iron and up, it plays at like a 1.0 multiplier, right? So if it's a 5 mile an hour wind at your tail, it carries like 5 extra yards. If it's a wedge, it plays a little bit less. If it's a headwind, that's where it starts to get tricky, because you get like medium winds are like a 1.2 multiplier, high winds are like a 1.4, and very high are like a 1.6 or more. Yeah, wired controller will help with consistency of tempo versus wireless. So if you're playing on PlayStation, make sure that you're in your controller settings. I know I'm kind of derailing from the round, which is fine. But if you go into your controller settings, you want to make sure that communication method says use USB cable and not Bluetooth. It doesn't change to wired. Even if you plug it in, it's still communicating over wireless unless you change that. Take advice from someone shooting 5 over, though. Yeah, take my word with a grain of salt. Can't say I should be the most trusted guy out there, you know? That was fast. We're gonna bounce around the tree, nice. Oh boy, that's sketchy. That is sketchy. Alrighty. Take par. We'll take par. But yeah, I can either send you the link or you can find it on my YouTube. I have a thing about making a practice ground. Basically all a practice ground is a... Oh man, I hit it slow. Gosh darn it. What is happening? Okay. Could have been worse. Practice ground is basically just a facility that you make that's flat and like gives you points of reference, and then because it's a practice thing, you can practice shots and rewind shots and do all that sort of stuff. Yeah, what up, Scotty? How you been, dude? Okay, I'm not sure where that comes from. I want to try one more just to try it, but no freaking clue. Okay. Where the mega fast comes from. No idea where the mega fast comes from. That was kind of wicked. But it's really about getting through these first couple of holes. I find the third and like fifth hole to be some of the hardest. I feel like the back nine's easier except for, I guess, 18. Like I don't want slow because that brings like these trees into play, and we got kicked right one time from here. Some ugly stuff that can happen. Some ugly, ugly stuff that can happen. That's too aggressive of a line. It's gonna go in the water. Yeah. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. Hate when you have to do the early resets like that. Want to get a run going. I just wish it would keep my last configured conditions up. I hate that I have to reset the whole thing every time. Getting so fired up? You getting fired up for the new game or what? What are we getting fired up for? Alright, that's better angle. It's crazy how just like that little bit... Well, even there, that rode high. Wow. Alright. Now this tree's in the way. I don't know that I trust anything here, to be honest. We're starting to lose our tempo a bit here this evening. Starting to lose the tempo a little bit. Probably just fatigue. I suppose a couple attempts in is going to be our best bet on most nights. I know, man. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. I'm fired up too, man. Yeah, swing is getting erratic. We're getting a lot of big fasts. Countdown to midnight. Yeah, I'm hoping that the release schedule, it should be ready to play when I wake up on Friday. I sure hope so, because I've got a day stream planned. Took off of work. You know, we're gonna be day streaming it. Oh no, even the 5 got long? Dang it. Wow. Oh, there's a countdown clock? How'd the 5 get through? 186 and then the uphill? It just... Wow. I'm surprised by that. I'm also just genuinely surprised by the very fasts that are coming out here. Okay. This is gonna be a last reset. If it goes to crap in the beginning, I'm gonna respect my sleep schedule. If we get on a run, then we'll go at it, all right? I think that's the best way to go. Countdown clock. What countdown clock? Not too many societies active anymore? Yeah, and I think TGC, like, if that's what you're practicing for, that's gonna be your most consistent way to get, you know, courses and conditions that are conducive of, you know, what you would find on TGC tours. Other societies can be a mixed bag. I mean, some of them are actual, like, TGC conditions, but, you know, always that type of thing that you run a little bit of a risk. There we go. We need more of that. I did not play enough. Wow. Alright, I lied. If we get past the first hole, if we get past the first hole and it doesn't go right, then we'll call it quits. I can't end on that. That's... I feel like a speedrunner though. I was also thinking, like, if we did beat this, what else do we do besides TGC? Do we try to speedrun the game and just see how fast we can get before the end? Oh, it has a countdown in your PlayStation library. I still need to get my pre-order in. That's probably why I'm not familiar with that. Gotcha. Okay, good. So it'll definitely be there then when I wake up on Friday. Love it. Yeah, we're doing a Friday day stream on both the official launch day and the early access launch day. Okay, that's what I need to execute. Just like, I don't know how many shots you taken around, 40 something. I guess maybe a little bit more than that, but oh, dang it. I really want to take the birdies early if I can. Casey, get in there. Over 9,000 channel points redeemed? Heck yeah, man. Thank you for spending all that time here. Yeah, it's just crazy. We're like getting to that point where we are kind of easily hitting the fast, which we were starting to get to on that last round. I think that's why we kind of choked it. Up 10, that's 96. 76, some wind. I think it's okay. I think you have to do it. And that fast. Oh no, we're dead. We're not dead. Oh boy. Yeah, overcoming these fast seems to be something that is becoming less and less likely. That camera angle is gonna give me a headache. Can't be doing that to me. All right, big left to righter. There we go. There we go. See that putt? I'm not saying did you see that putt as like a show-offy type thing. I'm just saying like visualize the putt like we saw it. Okay, I'll take that. This is the hardest. This has to be the hardest or one of the hardest shots in the entire run. I slowed it. Didn't get the tree. We're good. Oh, man. This shot just stresses me out because it's such a narrow... It's such a narrow window. In fact, we got too much speed again, I think. Actually, no, this might be okay. Nah, this is still going to take us pretty far back. This is still going to take us pretty far back. Better isn't changed too much in the new game. Can we revisit that? I need a reword what you're trying to say. And then break back left. All right, we're under par through 3. Putting hasn't changed too much in the new game. So putting has tempo on it now, or rhythm rather. So it will be a bit different. It's really just going to be a matter of seeing how exactly it works. Did I get too far left? It did. Yep. Dang it. All right. All right. I carried that one too far. I had the right power and I overdid it. Alright, the brake slows down a little bit at the end, but it's this first part. You need to make sure you're outside enough for no. I guess I overhit it. Dang. Alright, unfortunate bogey, because that's one I think we can definitely get. Alright, I hate this hole. Wind is a little bit tamer though, so that's nice. Yeah, 102. With it being like 6 mile an hour less than it was before. Much friendlier. Bead counter, so don't... Yeah, I think bead counting will be fine. I think the input is what is going to change. Right, I mean, depending on how you use the beads to count. Like, you might have to make some, like, numerical adjustments, but I think overall you'll be fine. Alright, I underhit it a little bit, but that's the line. Gonna kick off the base of the tree. Oh, come on. I thought I was gonna... Oh, no. No, we're clipping through... Gosh darn it. think I can. I think I have to... Dang. It didn't turn enough. Ah, that's an unfortunate combination of events. We almost saved par. Ah, okay. Played those a couple there. Pretty close to being able to make it. This is like the last hole of the stretch where like water just is in play. And then I did the tempo I can't do again. Alright, we're on a run, so I don't want to mess with it too much. Yeah, this hole with this wind, we're kind of in just like a very dead situation, unfortunately. Like, I don't really know what you do. You have to get the overpower. You can't miss the tempo like we did. Oh, I have to play it like gentle because of how much it goes. This sucks. Just barely didn't give it enough. Oh, you're trying to hit it so far out. Okay. We're 4 over. It's not great, but we have come back from worse. So I don't want to rule anything out. I do not want to rule anything out. I think we still have a chance. You just have to hit tempos. That's not tempo off the rock into safety. That was violent. That was very violent. Oh, come on. Yeah, now we're just... That's like probably the worst partial shot that I have in my bag. Once you get into like that, like 98%, not 98%, but like 90+% partial shot, for a splash in particular. I mean, I don't do the 90% partial for anything, but like that splash is just, it's not good. It's not good. Now we're putting ourselves in pretty bad territory. Off the tree, onto the bank. The problem is, from the angle that we were at, there's a tree in the way. All right, GG's. I'm playing on the tree to knock it down. That's why I'm taking extra club. That was correct. But yeah, just too many water balls now. Where we ended up there, you are pretty well dead. Because there's a tree in your line of sight to the hole. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna be able to recover from this one. I mean, we'll try. It's that 7 over. Like, I think this is where it gets to be too much damage. Too much damage was done on the front 9. Can't claw it back on the back. But I don't want to rule it out until we're like kind of at that point where it's really dead. Hit that so fast. Gosh darn it. Yeah, okay. I think we've killed it. I want to try that one again though, just to see it. I just hit way too many bad tempos here down the stretch. But I think it's so late in the stream. Like, I've been sitting in front of these studio lights and stuff for so long that even though I have the fan going, I'm not really feeling any of that cooling effect. So I'm getting warm, which is making it a lot easier to hit these very fast. Because that's just naturally what happens, right? Like, fast and slow are relative things, so the warmer you get, then naturally the faster you're going to do anything. You know, and the colder you are, the slower. Alright, I'm playing a little bit more aggro line. I've been going towards the left back, but from down here, this gives you a chance. Gives you a chance to putt. Broke a little bit more. Yeah, I don't think this is salvageable. We'll see. Like, if you can get through a couple holes here, you just got to go on a birdie run, but that's going to be... Given our tempo, scoring out is almost impossible. It's actually, we need all birdies and an eagle. And this is more than likely the eagle opportunity. Although we've eagled the next one before. I just kind of want to see this couple of holes here, because this is a par 5. What if we, instead of playing scared, we play a more aggressive shot in terms of distance? Because even out here, I guess this is problematic, right? You might just be able... the fast. I say you might just be able to pull off the 4-iron there, but that's all down to what roll you get. Now it's certain not to happen. Alright, I will say good attempts tonight. The fact that we got to 5 over, I think this setup is way harder. I think the setup that we have tonight, with the way the winds are, I think is substantially harder than what we had yesterday. So the fact that we hit... That's interesting. Taken like a very similar putt there multiple times and have had very different results. The fact that we got to 5 over, pretty crazy to me. I think you just have to get it back around. So I'll be interested to see when we come back to this on Monday after TGC. I'll be very, very interested to see how it all pans out. Oh, that cut through. Wow, okay. So yeah, it's good to see some of these things for sure. Like that, like just seeing that that just straight up doesn't even get anything. Like when it's so high. Like when you can't flop it up hills, that just shows you how steep the hills are. Because I don't think you can... I don't think that you can get much better. Okay, yeah, that's the thing with this hole. You have to play... I think I took the wrong club, but you have to play enough. You have to play enough of a cut. And then I guess you can actually play that. Like, even if you end up in the sand here, like, these are not the worst places to be. As is evident by, like, the number of times that we've chipped or splashed out of some of these bunkers. Like, honestly, I mean, it sucks just in a general sense, but being in the sand or the light rough has definitely not been the worst thing in this game. Or not in this game, but like in this particular mode. Now I'm surprised by that. That was the 8-7 with a little loft. That came out very far right. You have trees in play. Oh, you're putting. Oh, you're putting. Can't really tell what's going on from down there. It's not too bad for clipping through the tree, Vandy, right? What's up, Vandy? The wind conditions are much more horrific tonight than they were yesterday. And I definitely... It's a combination of like really tough inputs. We had a lot of luck on the one run, but the luck ran out. The input fatigue hit. We got to 5 over again. We got a 2 over run and a 5 over run, which I will absolutely take. Not a shot we practice often? No. Most of the stuff that we're doing here is not a commonly done thing. Bit of an oddity this round, right? 225. I'm just trying to think like worst case or top end scenario here because I don't want to fly it. 225, 205, 185 downhill. I think full shape the 5. Can't tell what my lie is. I think it's flat. Okay, good. That still comes through with a bunch, huh? This last hole is kind of the conundrum. This last hole is the conundrum. So I have to play it around, right? I think I have to play it overpowered too. Because, like, look at this. Oh. I mean, that's as good as you're gonna get it where it lands in the fairway. Like, this is the only chance you have. If you don't make fairway, you're dead. You're dead. But here you're also kind of dead. Because, like, is this gonna hit the house? 8-iron is not going to hit the house. At the back of the green because we hit the fringe. Yeah, the fact that we had this in a way where we could drive the green and not have to try and take this approach, that's definitely the best, because I feel like you're really rolling the dice going the regular. Wow, 13 over, but only hitting like 2 greens is actually really impressive. I'm not dead yet. Yeah, so I mean, even on like the worst possible setup, we're in the double digits. I think once you get lucky on a few shots and you get that kind of right combination of wholesome out, get lucky on some bounces. I think if we get the right wind setup, like that wind was a little bit better there because it wasn't quite as strong. When you get into like the 20 plus and it's on this wind angle, some of the tee shots, it's like almost, it's not impossible, but you have to hit like even harder shots than you normally would. You have to hit like perfect overpowers to clear gaps. So, I mean, overall, another solid night of attempts. So what we will do is we will do some more of this on Monday. All right. We will do some more of this on Monday. So my one last request to you all is, if you have not followed the Twitch, go ahead and do that. Sub to the YouTube. That would be very meaningful to me. We're trying to get to 1,000. That's like the next big milestone. And we're slowly chipping away at that. We're putting out a bunch of 2K25 news stuff. We're doing these streams, daily shorts, all the content. And Discord is going to be the best place to keep up with when we go live. Any announcements for the stream. Twitter is more of like the memes and random content related stuff. But as far as anything stream and video related, Discord is going to be your primary source. So yeah, that's going to do it for us this evening. We're going to go find somebody to host. I greatly appreciate y'all watching. We'll be back for another full week next week. We got 3 weeks until 2K25. We'll be on our normal schedule here Monday through Thursday, 7:30 Eastern until like 11:30 Eastern. Playing golf. We're going to be doing our TGC. We're going to be trying to knock out this impossible challenge. See how long it takes, or if we ever get over that last 2-stroke hump. Trying to think, what else do we have? Yeah, and then when the game comes out, February 21st and February 28th, we'll be doing bonus Friday streams from like 7, 8 a.m. somewhere in there, 7, 8 a.m. Eastern until like 3 p.m. We're gonna be powering through full days worth of content. So be on the lookout. I know that's still a few weeks out, but we are greatly looking forward to that. We are greatly looking forward to that. All right, the real question is, who do we host? Any recommendations? Because nobody on my follow list is playing golf. But we could go elsewhere. Or we could try and send us to Gino. All right, you know what? I'm a mod there, so I'll oblige. And Doctor likes Dark Souls 3 a little bit too much still. I'm actually surprised to see Gino play in DS3. I'm actually quite surprised to see him play in DS3. He's been playing a lot of Elden Ring, but if you feel called out, well, so be it. So be it. I've known you too long to not call you out from time to time. So appreciate y'all. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you back here on Monday. Night.